everyone, I'm Lavanya from Lexis and Company, working as an intern. Today I'll be talking about attestation of an affidavit. The court, magistrate or other officer mentioned above before whom an affidavit is mailed must certify that the affidavit was made before him. After that, any one of the mentioned person shall enter the date and sign the certificate, and lastly mark each exhibit referred to in the affidavit for the identification purposes. Now for the non-judicial affidavit, it can be attested by the following persons. First is the Commissioner for Oaths by the State or High Court according to Section 3, Clause B of Oaths Act 1969. Notary appointed under the Notaries Act of 1952 for a respective area or the whole India notary. Magistrate for a respective area. Attestation of affidavits by process servers and other officials. The state government has authorized the court and subordinate judge of the first class in charge of the Nazara to appoint an officer subordinate to himself to administer the oath. 2. Process servers, bailiffs, naib nazis and naziris making the affidavits of service of summons according to Order 5, Rule 19 or according to Rule 10 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, Civil Procedure. Identification of the deponent. If the court, magistrate or other officer appointed to administer the oath or affirmation is not personally acquainted with the person making the affidavit, the person must be identified to the court, magistrate or officer before him who is acquainted with him. Attesting officer's duty. There are instances when a person who submits an affidavit appears to the court, magistrate or other official administering the oath or affirmation to be illiterate, unaware of the language written on it, or unable to comprehend its contents. In this case, the court, magistrate or officer must have the affidavit read to him and explained to him in a language that they understand. When an affidavit is read and explained with the provisions of the clause, the court, magistrate or other officer shall certify in writing at the foot of the affidavit that this has occurred and the declarant appeared to understand it completely at the time it was made. Now, attestation and verification of the affidavit. Every affidavit must have the deponent's signature marked and verified at the foot as well as the attestation of the court. The deponent must sign and the attesting officer must initially each page of the affidavit. Punishment for filing a false affidavit, which can be imprisonment of either kind for a time that may not exceed 7 years as well as fine. Making false affidavit is also punishable according to Section 191, 193, 195 and 199 of IPC. A criminal proceeding against the offending party may be started by filing an application under Section 340 read with Section 195 of CRPC, and a private complaint can be brought under Section 200 of IPC before the appropriate magistrate.